So the Springboks have just announced their side for their upcoming fixture up against the Irish, what is debatably the biggest game of the group stage in this Rugby World Cup 2023. And the Springboks, they have certainly gone strong in their starting side. Couple little changes that they did have to make due to injuries, but we will be looking through at their starting lineup. We will start with the front row. Number 1, it is Stephen Kitsoff. Number 2, Bongi Umbanambi. That was due to the injury of Malcolm Marx last week. He didn't get to play, and instead it was Umbanambi in the starting lineup and Dion Fourie, the man who did make his way off the bench at 16. And then number 3 for this game, it is Frans Malharba, a man who was called into the side late last week due to the injury of Vincent Koch. And speaking of injuries, we've got a return here at number 4, Eben Etzebeth, the enforcer, looking forward to going head-to-head with an Irish side on a massive winning streak. And Eben Etzebeth, he'll be fired up, ready to go for this exciting fixture in Pool B. Number 5, they have gone with Franco Mostert, so going back to what they did have in that match a few weeks ago up against the Scottish. It worked then, will it work again? Is the big question. Looking at the loose forward trio, there are 3 changes from what we did see last week. Number 6, Sia Khaleesi. Number 7, it is Peter Steph-Toy. And then at number 8, Jasper Wiese. Now, Dwayne Vermeulen, he did play the full 80 minutes of the last contest up against the Romanians, and he is actually nowhere to be seen in this lineup. Perhaps he will get himself a big opportunity up against the Tongans, but for this game, they've gone with Jasper Wiese, a man who did very well up against Scotland, finding his form at just the right time. In the back line, it is going to be number 9, Faf de Klerk, a lot of experience there, already 50 caps under his belt, and a man with a lot less than that, but a kicking boot that will be relied on for this contest. I'm not talking Andre Pollard, I am talking Mani Libbok. He's given the nod at fly half here. He's an attacking threat to this Irish side, and it will more than likely be Mani Libbok versus Johnny Sexton, and that in itself is going to be worth the price of admission. Number 11, they have gone with Cheslin Kolbe, so sticking to that trend of having him play out on the left wing. And then in the centres, it is Damien de Lende and number 12, Jesse Creel, number 13. So back to what they had in that Scottish game. Number 14, it is Kurtley Arendse. And then number 15, Damien Willemse. So they have gone with that combination of Kolbe and Arendse out on the wing. Damien Willemse, he will be starting at 15. Now, I did actually predict that they would start Willemse, but I didn't predict what they've done off the bench here, and that is leave out Willie Leroux. I would have thought that they'd like to have his experience, but the reason that they've done that is because the Springboks have once again gone with the 7-1 split. Now, we have only seen them use it once. It was up against the All Blacks, and in that game, they were able to get themselves the historic, massive winning margin over the ABs. This game up against the Irish, we know that it will be physical. Later on in the contest, maybe those subs will be the difference in that 4-pack. Looking through at the replacement forwards, number 16, Dion Fourie, number 17, Oxnechet, and number 18, Trevor Nakanye. So still no Vincent Koch after the injury that he did suffer just before the game up against the Romanians. 19, they have gone with Jean Klang. He did start at 4 in that last contest. And then number 20, they have gone with RG Snyman. Number 21, Marco van Staden. Now the benefit that they have got there with that man is he is considered the 3rd choice hooker. So if anything is going wrong for whatever reason for Umbanambi, also for Dion Fourie, they've got that option of Van Staden, but more than likely we will see that man taken to the field in the loose forward trio off the bench, perhaps with Sia Khaleesi, or perhaps even a bit of a reshuffle for the Springboks in their 4-pack. Number 22, it is Kwagga Smith. And then number 23 to close out the side for the Springboks. He got himself a hat-trick in the last game up against the Romanians in only about the first 24 minutes. And that is Cobus Reinach. Now I will mention, it's going to be maybe about 2 days or so before we get to see the Irish lineup for the Springboks. They've laid the foundation early. They've gone with a great side, and they certainly have the potential of winning this game. But once we see that Irish team, we will get to judge the sides head-to-head. And with that will come a preview a little bit closer to kickoff. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Do let me know what you think of the Springboks side in the comments down below. Also, we will be doing the live commentary throughout the game, so be sure to check that out on the channel as well. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.